Hello, welcome to Take Two Tuesday. How are you? We skipped a week, everybody, and welcome back. We're back on the roll here, getting things going. We had a big store day yesterday, busy day, had some fun. I guess I didn't even introduce myself. I think some of you know me, right? My name's Ken. I'm here at the Stamps of Life, and we are in Southern California. We are a card making, stamping, paper crafting, all that fun stuff company. And so if you're new to us, welcome. Make sure if you're in the chat and you are new, tell us, let us know you're here. We'd love to hear that we have some new people watching. And with that being said, if you do like this episode, which you can't tell yet, so I don't expect you to hit the like button yet, but if you enjoy this episode, make sure you smash the like button and then also hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell. That way, every time we go live at the Stamps of Life, you'll get updates from us. Stephanie does a lot of videos. You'll be able to keep up with all the latest releases, all that fun stuff. So make sure you do that. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this episode. I'll give you that out first. You don't have to do it at the beginning, but make sure before you sign off that you do check in with us if you have a good time. So what we do here is once a week we get together for Take Two Tuesday, and we go back in time and look at some items we have here at the Stamps of Life. Usually a die set, card samples, maybe we'll have some stamps, or we'll just mix in something extra. We'll do that. Check out the website a little bit. I might die cut a little. Then today we're going to play a game, Family Feud. That's an easy one. Sometimes we play a game, a crossword puzzle, or we do quizzes or something just to hang out and have some fun together. And then we'll end up with our good news segment, our devotional at the end. So I have a lot to cover because I've not been here for 2 weeks. So there's a lot that's happened in the last 2 weeks. So first off, let's go and see who is in our chat today. Oh, I do have a question for you just for fun. And I was calculating this because here we are in March, which kind of makes you think St. Patrick's Day, right? St. Patrick's Day is coming up. And I was thinking, what kind of question would I ask you? And I found some funny information about leprechauns and St. Patrick's Day and all that stuff. So give me 1 second. Let me figure out what I am doing here. And then I'll say hi to everybody in the chat too. We'll do that when we get our question going here. There's that. And let's get rid of my name. You've seen that for long enough. Okay, great. So anyway, I was looking for our question, our icebreaker question, and everybody has to answer in the chat. What is the first thing you would buy if you found a pot of gold? What is the first thing you would buy if you found a pot of gold? Now, just for fun, I calculated at the price of gold is, say you found a pot of gold and it had 20 pounds in it. That would be $1.6 million in today's money. 1.6. So what would be the first thing you'd buy if you I keep mixing up those words. If you found a pot of gold, $1.6 million. So, and I'm talking about that because St. Patrick. So here we go. According to Irish folklore, you get a pot of gold by catching a leprechaun. Now, I didn't know any of this stuff, but Google told me, or AI, who then must reveal its location, where the gold is, or grant wishes to gain his freedom. But here's the tricky part. Because they are tricky, they often try to deceive their captors, leading them to the end of a rainbow. I never knew that part, which is impossible to reach. See how tricky they are? So there you have it, some leprechauns, some St. Patrick's Day folklore there. If you catch a leprechaun, if you can do that, demand the gold, but don't let them trick you, and don't let them grant you wishes to try to get away until they give you that gold. But if they tell you the gold's at the end of the rainbow, don't believe it. Don't believe it. So there you go. Let's see. So I'm going to say hi to everybody in our chat, and then we'll check out our answers here. So Barbara's here. Good morning, Barbara. And Pamela. Sylvia's here. Welcome all of you. R Black, Pearl. Okay, I'm not, probably it's Pearl, huh? Great. Rochelle's here. Ruth Debbie, yep. Hi. Shelby's here. Pamela there again. Barbara, Deborah. Welcome all of you. Janet. I saw a few people here at the store yesterday. We had a good time. This is a kind of small crowd compared to our last one, but it was still fun. Carol's here. Hi, Carol. And let's see our questions. Pamela says she's new. Welcome, Pamela. So yeah, we just hang out. We'll have some fun. We hope you have a good time. Lissandra's here. She says hello. Barbara says she missed me last week. I missed you guys too. I had I had Honey Bear Patrol last week, so she hadn't been at the office for a while, and Stephanie was going to be on HSN, so I didn't want to distract. So let's see. Denise says I missed this one. I thought she said it was going to be yesterday at 5 p.m. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. Our answers. You seem blurry. Is it you or me? Do I look blurry, you guys? I did reset the internet. Let me know what it looks like to everybody out there. From my side, things look good. Blurry, Janet says. Darn it. Let's see. I'm going to try to reset my camera here. Give me 1 second, okay? I'm going to try to fix my camera. But I did already reset the internet, so I'm not sure what is going on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to turn off my camera. I will be right back. Give me 1 minute here. I'm going to switch this off. And we're going to use that. Give me 1 second. let's try again. Am I still blurry, or let me see if I can focus this. Come on. Let me know how it looks now. I'm sorry, everybody. Some days. Let me know if you can hear me, see me, if it's still blurry. If it's still blurry, I am stuck. I might just have to really restart everything. But let me know in the chat. Better. Okay, hopefully it holds up. I think last time this happened, we started off and it was better and then it went bad. So we'll give it a try again. Okay, so we answered our question. Let's see, did we get any answers? Help my family, said one person. So nobody cares about getting a pot of gold. Okay, I understand. So that's fine. Let's move on to our chat. So we have our... we talked about our leprechauns and all that fun stuff. We did that. Hey, we're moving on. We are going to, what do I have to talk about now that I'm all boop, boop, boop? Yes, Ruth, I will talk about that in just a second. We'll go through some fun stuff here. So I am supposed to be talking about, since I haven't been here for a while, a lot, but now that I'm all off my regular plan here. So let's see. The website. There are lots of new items on the website. If you haven't been there, in a few days, and I have some samples I'm going to show you too. So make sure you go by thestampsoflife.com. And I will add the little QR code that goes up at the top of the, if you've never been to us, it's just thestampsoflife.com. Let me switch over to that so you can see what I am talking about. That's our website. And that's me up there in the corner. Again, we've been in business for about 16, almost 17 years here now. We're in Southern California. Again, like I said yesterday, we did a store day, so some people got to come by and see some of these items in person. But if you have not been on the website lately, you'll want to check it out. We have a lot of new items. This one was a hot seller from last Friday night. Stephanie demoed this, and it did sell out on Saturday. We still have this one, which is really fun, and I have some samples to show you the flower fringe. What you want to do on this bunny and carrot is hit this notify me button right there. Click that. And that's going to give you an email when it gets back in stock. So if you missed out on it, you can still get it. Then we have the pink fabric box that was added, and it's a great price. You get the kangaroo pockets, some extras there. And of course, these were hot items from HSN, which they are sold out. But we have the purple and the teal fabric boxes here. And then if you go down, we have our ice cream cuties stuff from our website. Still, these are coordinating items for this month's club set. If you are in the Stamp and Die Hard Club, you receive these ice cream cuties and the dies that went with it. If you're in the Stamp Club, we just sent out the stamps. And that was all last week, early in the week, around the 1st. So a lot is on the website, but I want to show you some of the things here that I have in person because that does make it a little bit more exciting. So let's do that. I have a lot of samples to show you. So if you are thinking about blurry again, darn it. I had a feeling it was going to go bad. So even the computer is blurry. What can I do? What can I do? Okay, let's see. All right, so I'm going to show you the samples. Hopefully they're not blurry. I don't know. It's just one of those internet days, and I did try to reset things. Hopefully the replay will not be blurry, but we'll see. So if you like that bunny and carrot, here it is. You can make it like this, adding it to a banner. So here's a different way to use it. And then also as a fold it. So this is your normal way you would use it, as a fold it. Spring is in the air, it says. And then this one will open up. Fold it, fold just like that. Makes roughly an A2 size card. Life is a garden, it says. So that's fun. This is a little pouch here. You can add your little bunny inside there. So that's a cute one, and it's been popular. Now, the new one, and I'm going to open up these. This is the flower fringe. This one's really nice. It has that nice border on there. It does come with these words, thanks. And this is an A2 size card, if you're wondering. And that will open up just like that. So these are new items that are on the website, but I wanted you to see the samples because we didn't have all these samples when we did our preview the other night. You are a limited edition friend. That one says there. That's also in the kit. So you get those phrases. You can go vertical or horizontal with this type of die set. All right, vertical or horizontal. All these flowers, again, come in the collection. You are a limited edition friend. And again, that one opens up. So this is fun stuff, new stuff on the website. Again, we have all the storage things that Stephanie was talking about last week. Even the ones that sold out on HSM, we do now have them on our website. You are a limited edition friend, boom. So that is new and nice, fun stuff that I wanted you to see. I'm going to stay here. And so we went through that for the website. Great. So today we'll be looking at a die set from a few years back. And then we are going to, what else are we going to do? We'll play our game here a little bit. And then we'll end up with our good news segment. So speaking of this month's club set. So this is our collection that went out. Maybe I can get this down a little bit. There we go. Ice Cream Cuties. This is the stamp set. High quality photopolymer stamps. If you were in the club, we shipped these out to you last week. If you're in the Die Hard Club or Stamp Club, those were sent to you, okay? And let's see. I needed to change this real quick. If you want to join the club, you can still join and get this collection. Now, if you just like the stamps, great. You get these right here. It will come with an idea card. And we can ship that out to you. If you're in the USA, shipping is included. You don't pay anything extra for shipping, okay? If you want to do the Die Hard Club, you get the postcard plus the dies and the stamps. So those coordinate together. Kind of nice if you don't want to scissor cut or you want to add a little more depth or interest. The dies are really nice. So an idea here, I do have one with me. This really cute one here. So there's all our little Ice Cream Cuties with the add-ons all added there. This is a 5x7, a little bit larger. And that's open up like that. And then this is fun, our Ice Cream Cutie. This is the Fold It. This was an extra. And again, fold it so you can do top or side. So this one opens up on the top just like that. All right, so we have all those items. Again, that's our website, our club. What else? Then this Thursday, we still kind of have a big week. This week we will be doing a crafting corner on Thursday with Stephanie. Okay, Thursday. That will be fun. And then Thursday we have that. Saturday we will have a live card kit reveal. Now, this one will be a little bit more special. Sometimes Stephanie just sits at her desk and she'll show you the new kit, show you cards. But this time, she's actually going to open up the kit live and reveal it to you. And then at the same time, during that episode, she's going to make a card herself. So we are going to be crafting on Saturday night with the brand new card kit. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be Saturday night. So we've got Thursday and Thursday Crafting Corner. Saturday, it will be the club reveal. There will be some new items on the website on Saturday too. So that is something to look forward to. Now, I also wanted to mention, I had a birthday last week and some of you were so kind to send me some birthday cards. So I wanted to make sure that I share them because I do appreciate it. And I wanted to let you know that all of you who have sent in a card or a birthday wish or a greeting or any of those things, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. So let me get rid of this banner here. And I'm going to show you some of these cards that were sent to me for my birthday. Let's get rid of that. Where we go. We're going to get rid of that. There we go. Okay. Hopefully these are not blurry because these cards are really nice. So this one is from Jill. And she sent me this nice little Nomi card. And it's a nice A2 size card. So that is from Jill. And she's in New Jersey. Thanks, Jill. And she's got some nice sentiments in there and a happy birthday greeting. So thank you for that. And then let's see who is up next. We have, this one's from Terry in Michigan. Terry is from Michigan. And she sent me a nice, this is similar to what we're going to look at today. So how about this? A mini Slimline happy birthday card. So that was nice. Thank you, Terry. And then we had, this one is from Gail. And she says, happy birthday. And she's got a step up in there. So thanks, Gail. That was nice. Miss seeing you. Gail usually comes to our store days. I know she had to work yesterday. So she did not make it. We did see a few of our friends, but Gail had to work. So we miss you, Gail. And then this cool happy birthday shaker card is from Elizabeth. And she is, I think she's New Jersey also. So thank you, Elizabeth. And it shakes. Nice. Let's see what else. We got a couple more here. This one is from, I got rid of the envelope, so I can't say where she's from, but from Laura. And she gave me one of these Zoom room cards. That was from one of our classes. So thanks, Laura. That's nice. And then Ruth Debbie, she sent me this nice box. This is an A2 size box here. And there are some little gift surprises in there. That was nice of her. And a beautiful card too. Happy birthday to you with that nice shell card. So everybody who sent in a card, thank you so much. That was really, really nice of all of you. I appreciate it so much. Nice surprises. Not expected, but I am very, very grateful. And good job. I see a lot of you guys that were making some really nice cards. So you know what? Let me switch over. I am proud of all of you. When I see your card making skills, I think you did great. So thank you so much. Let's see what else is going on here. So we've got that going. We did our website. We caught up on our clubs, crafting corner, and we're going to move on. We're going to move on to our main item here today. And this is the Stamps of Life mini Slimline card die set. Now this one comes with, let me show you here real quick. Comes with all the nice straight edges with it. This large piece on the outside is going to actually make the card base for us. But I'll show you how easy it is to use and work with. It really, really is. So a Slimline, mini Slimline, let me get you the dimensions on this, and I'll show you on the website as well. Let's see, what can I do here? It is from, I think it's from a few years back. Where did we go? Mini Slimline from June of 2021. So you might have this in your stash. So as we're doing Take Two Tuesday, this is a reminder, if you have this die set, you want to get it out and use it. It's really a nice, easy one to work with, you'll see. And if you don't have it, it is available on the website, okay? Now, I have this, and I do have a bunch of samples. So this is a crazy sample day with all the ones you send me and the website and what we're looking at here. We are busy. We're just looking at samples. So on our website, I think I have it set up here to go. If you just type in mini Slimline, I think it will give us the dimensions of the card. So they are, here we go. It says it makes a mini Slimline card with a finish size of 6 by 3.5 inches. And then it comes with 10 rectangle dies nested. And there's also an envelope that can work with this. It says this die set requires a large die cutting machine with an opening of at least 8.5 inches. So there you go. So note that. I am going to check because I don't. So if you have a die cutting machine and this is a standard size A2 card base right here, just so you know. This is the mini Slimline. And I'm just so you know, the width is a tiny bit, if you can see that, the width is a tiny bit wider on this mini Slimline, just so you know. The length is a little bit shorter, okay? So to give you an idea how that works. Then let me show you the sample. So that's on the website. What's nice is you're going to see a lot of the card ideas, the samples with the mini scallop rectangles on here. And you can also use these different backgrounds. You can mix and match all of these onto the front of your card, okay? So those, just type in mini Slimline. It's going to show you all these great options. These panels can all mix and match. I'll show you a lot of the samples are going to have this scallop in it. So we'll go through those, and let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and take a look at our card samples, and then we'll die cut with this next. So here we go. Hope everybody is having a wonderful day. We had a super hot weekend here. Believe it or not, we were like in the high 80s, and now we're cooling down to like our normal. It's cloudy today. It's not supposed to rain or anything like that, but I hope you're having good weather, and I hope everybody is feeling good. Here we go. Let's see, is that going to work? I'm going to zoom in a little bit, fix my camera here. That just never quite wants to cooperate, especially since I have this size card. It's a little different. Oh, yeah. There you go. Okay, I'll hold them up like that. Here we go. Let's check out our card samples. So I'm just going to mow through these really fast. Maybe you'll see a sample you like. This is recorded, this video, so you can always go back and watch it again. Here we go. This one says BU, and it's got that nice B there on the front. Is anybody going to come? I know Ruth Debbie's coming. Anybody else out there watching planning on coming to our store day in June? We're going to have a big day that store day. Stephanie will be coming to the store and we'll demo. We'll have some live brand new products being shown. So let me know in the chat, are you coming to our store day? Now, I know a lot of you live far away and maybe we're even busy then. Whoops, my alarm's going off. But you are welcome to come to the store and visit us. That will be on Saturday, June 13th, coming up. And again, right now we are looking at our mini Slimline from June, right? Is that what it says? June of 2021. So we're going back in time just about 5 years ago. 5 years ago. So you can see we're starting to get now into some of the card ideas that have the scallop use on it. Now, you don't always have to go the horizontal way. You can do with mini Slimlines, you can go vertical. You can go vertical. So lots of nice cards here. I'm sure you'll see some fun ideas. And it's great for all kinds of different seasons. It's your birthday, but they've added a little bunny. So Easter bunny time coming up if you have a spring birthday. From our home to yours. So now we're kind of going Christmassy. That's a nice one. Anniversary. Think of any dies, any word sentiments that you have, any stamps, little images that you want to add. You can add it to the front of these cards. Just basically using this die set that comes with it. It has the frame for you. You get to add and decorate and make it however awesome you want it to be. Happy holidays, that one says. Fun. And then, but coffee first. So we're back to the vertical cards. And I think it looks great both ways. It's fun to have a card base where you can go either direction. So sometimes we get in the habit of just kind of doing things the same way all the time. But when you see the samples, you go, oh, I didn't think of doing it that way. Now here's a nice one with using all the dies from that scallop set that I was telling you about. So see how they're all layered in there. You can do that same idea with the rectangles that this set comes with. Here we have a nice little fun window in that one. That's something different. You can add a window. And so that's all my samples. And I'm going to go ahead and get this die set out now. And I'm going to show you how to cut the card base. So if you're not familiar with die cutting, it's really easy to do. You have this machine that will, basically this is metal. And they call them blades or edges that will cut. But they're not really sharp to like your hand. But these will, when you run through the machine, it adds pressure to the cardstock that's underneath it. It presses down into the cardstock and it will actually cut it for us. So that's what we're going to do next. So let me clean out all these cards here and I will show you how easy it is to do this. And we are going to switch cameras as well. Now make sure if you're watching, please stay with us because we are going to do our Family Feud game next. And I always need help on the games. Games are fun. Whoops. But I definitely will need your help. So let's switch that and that. I haven't done these buttons for a couple days, so come on now. Come on, you can do it. Oh, maybe that's why I don't have I didn't turn my camera on. Eesh. There we go. So there's our workstation here. Backup recordings regular. We do that. Here's the die we are talking about using here, and hopefully that will go away. And we're going to zoom back out a little bit. We're a little too close. And center that. So let's find a piece of cardstock here. You can use any color, whatever color you want your card to be. that is the cardstock you want to use. So I've got a lot of white here, so I'm going to use a white sheet. And you line that up, set that on the machine. We have to have one of these platforms underneath and one on top. Kind of makes it kind of like a sandwich. Think of it that way. And it's best if you have space, turn your die at just a little bit of an angle. It helps reduce what we call speed bumps, but it's kind of like skipping in the machine. You can do straight, but that's where sometimes you'll get the skipping in your machine. It's usually not the end of the world, but every once in a while it'll throw off your die cuts a little bit. But you hear how that was nice and smooth. That's what you want your machine to work with. So no skipping. I didn't hit the edges, none of that. Real easy. So here is my card base, and it's cut all the edges and it's done the scoring inside, which means it has a fold line already. So I don't have to measure, do anything extra. You just take that, fold it over, and you are set. Your card is ready to go. Now, yesterday I went ahead and I practiced with this a little bit, and I cut out some pieces. So I had cut a base yesterday in blue, and I did a couple of the smaller pieces here, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to put together a card real quick. So let me get my machine out of the way. We'll just glue these pieces together, and I'll show you what I came up with. And just it probably took me 5 minutes to get these die cuts ready to go. So it's really not that hard or time consuming or anything. This machine, this card base is a really nice, easy one to work with. So here's all my pieces. And now that we're back out here, we're going to zoom in a little bit so you can see what's going on and get a little more light. So let's do that. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so we're centered there. There's my card base. I just need to take and kind of add these layers. Now, how did I get these here? Remember how we were talking about, we have this one large die, which I have. How could I lose that die? I don't know. Oh, here it is on my machine. So this one cut out the base of the card, but these are all for layering. This is where you get your decorative part. You can make the card look how you want it to look. So I went ahead and I picked out a couple of these different sizes, and I cut out the pieces that I'm going to add to the front of my card, just so you know. So here we are. And I took some pattern paper. If I wanted to use that side, I could, but I chose to use the other side. Just going to add a little adhesive on here. Really easy. And this is a thanks card. So I'm just going to add that on top. Now, if I wanted to just put a sentiment on there, I could, but I went ahead and I did. I said, let's go ahead and add one more layer. And you saw like that one card that we had, you can do a lot of different layers if you want. You can get as decorative as you want. At this point, if you wanted to make it fancy and you had some, like I have some epoxy dots here. I could add some epoxy dots if I wanted. Real easy way to decorate. These kind of match there a little, or white I could use. But I just went ahead and I cut out a little word sentiment here. It says thanks. And I layered that so it has some nice colors and just added it right on there. Okay. And boom, there you go. Thanks card, just like that. Real easy. You could add, again, like I said, extra, add some glitter, some shiny, sparkly things. It would look much more exciting than my version, but I wanted to show you how easy it is to make something like that. Excuse me. If you had the words happy birthday, happy anniversary, whatever you're celebrating, you could easily put a card together just like that. Boom, goes in there. You would have your little envelope, regular postage, you are set. So that is the Stamps of Life. That's the mini Slimline card. Let's see if you can see it over here or not. Standing up. And I made that one pretty quick. Again, with the die cuts that I did yesterday, probably took me about 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Super easy one to work with. You can make it as fun and as awesome as you want. If you saw some of these other ones, remember I was telling you again about the layers. Go crazy, do a whole bunch of layers. You're just thinking of somebody, send them a nice hello card. Or even this one is a neat one here. Another mix of pattern paper. You have some images. You can do whatever you want. It's all up to you. So wanted to mention that one to you. Again, mini Slimline set from 5 years ago, June of 2021. It's really fuzzy on your TV. I know, Pamela, my internet is bad today. And I told everybody that I reset my internet earlier and it still is a fail. So I'm hoping the recorded version will look better. Now, last time when I counted on the recorded version being better, no, it did not help. So we're just going forward and I tried my best. Some days it's just not our day. And this is just one of those. So we're just trying to push forward. Hopefully through the sound and the maybe going to our website, you'll get a little more information on what I was presenting today. That will be more visible for you. So go to thestampsoflife.com. You'll want to check that out. All right. And again, I apologize for things being a little bit off today. We are trying our best. I did everything I could. Every once in a while, you know, I go, oh, if I would have just tried that or changed that, but I did all the right steps. My last option is the implosion option, is to shut everything down, and that might not even work because I tried that earlier. And this is where we are. Okay, let's move on. Now, you're going to have to help me. We are going to do our Family Feud game. And then we'll end up with our good news, our little Bible devotional. So if you have a Bible, grab one of those. But in between, we're going to do our game. Now, this part's just for fun. If you're done with crafting, if you've enjoyed this, hit the subscribe button. Hopefully next week I will not be blurry. Hopefully the internet comes back real good, strong next week. I don't know what's going on today, but do that, subscribe. And Stephanie's, I haven't heard hers being blurry for a long time. So that is on Thursday and Saturday. That should be way more fun than this episode. So I'm going to get rid of that and I'm going to find our game. So here we go. We can play a round or two of this. Let's see how we do. Usually they give us some competition, somebody to play with. So let's see who we are facing off against. So I'm going to add our Family Feud game. Share screen. And where is Family Feud? There it is. So there's this website. If you want to know where this is, if you like to play games like this, they have crossword puzzles, all kinds of fun stuff. But this is called Arcadium. And we use this some of the time just for fun to do something a little extra together, stretch our brains. So it will start playing and you need to be my helpers in the chat. If you have an answer for one of these questions, please, please, please add it into the chat as fast as you can. I will type as fast as I can. Speed is kind of hard in this game, but that's what we're required to do because we're on a timer. And then think, when you do Family Feud, you have to think like, what would other people answer? Maybe this is not exactly the way you would answer it, but think outside the box. What would be the answer that other people would come up with? So here we go. I'm going to move that chat over so I can see what you guys say. And we have a smaller crowd. So please, 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 everybody jump in the chat. Here we go. I'm going to start the game right now. I'm going to hit the play button. We're playing against Ren 98. Here we go. The question. Get ready. Name something a soldier should always have with them. Add in the chat. What should a soldier always have with them? Okay, I'm going to say gun. Let's try that one. Yeah. Let me know in the chat your answers. Anybody else? A helmet. Good. That's a good one, you guys. Helmet. Helmet. Yeah. Gun. Canteen. Ooh, that's a good one. Water. How about a tent? What do you guys think about tent? Canteen. No, canteen. Wow. MRE. Knife. Let's try knife. Whoops. Knife. Let's try that. Nope. Already guessed no. We got 2 X's. Dog tags. Uniform. Uniform. That's got to be on there, right? I would say boots would also be good too. No. Gee. And helmet only got 2. A compass. Dog tag. Who said dog tag? Barbara. Good job, Barbara. I missed that one. Rations. We're behind, but we can catch up. We're not far behind. Here we go. A Bible, that would be a good one, yeah. Here we go, round 2. Double points. Double points. Name something you think of when you hear the word rover. Something you think of when you hear the word rover. I'm going to say dog. That's what I think of, dog. Name something when you think the word rover. Isn't there a spaceship? I'm going to say spaceship. Yeah. Car. Okay, car. I never heard of a car rover, but okay. Yeah, good job. You got that one. Mary did. A kid game. Oh, yeah, kid game. Good one. Kid game. Red Rover or something like that. Is that it? Kid, if I can spell. Ah. Yeah. Ooh, perfect round. Woo. Red Rover. You guys are right. Good. Look, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Next round. We're way up there. You guys are awesome. Next one, triple points, so they can still come back. We haven't won yet. Name an office supply you could use to pick food out of your teeth if you don't have a toothpick. Yuck. An office supply. I'm stuck on this one. Pen? I'm going to guess a pen, but I don't see. Business card. Okay, good one. Business card. Thank you. I would not have thought of that one. Let's try that. No. Huh. Staple. Ooh, that's scary. Ooh, paper. Let's try it. Staple. Yeah. Paper clip was one. I saw that. Good one. Ooh, that's first. Anybody else? Did I miss anybody? 7 seconds. Envelope. I don't know if anything yet. Yes. Good job. Paper. I was thinking paper. I forgot that. Pack or pen. Ooh, that's scary. Letter opener. Ooh. All right. We're way out there. Yes. Good job, everybody. Fast money round. So this is just random questions. I always mess this one up, so hopefully I will not. Here we go. Fast money round. First question. Earn 100 points. Name something you hate to lose at the mall. Now, I wouldn't lose it, but I'm going to say purse. Purse. Next question. Name something you might put on top of a salad. Dressing. I have to answer all these myself, you guys, because we're running out. Name something everyone gets bitten by sooner or later. Something you get bitten by sooner or later. Bitten by a flea. I'm going to say flea. Name something that gets hard when it gets cold. Water. Last question. Name a place when you see people with wet hair. Pool. We didn't get that one. I'm too slow. Sorry. Mosquito. That was a good one. Purse. Yes. Dressing. Yeah. Flea. We got a lot of points there. Pool, we got nothing. Yeah. I hope you get some of those. Love cards, credit cards, traveler. All right. That was a lot of points. That's all I know is we got a lot of points today. So great job, everybody. That was fun. That was a short game today, but straight to the point. Let me switch our cameras here. And give me 1 second. We're going to remove that one. Good. So that was fun. I hope you like that. Something different to do. We are now going to do our good news segment, and then we are going to wrap things up here today. So we are looking in our Bibles. I have a Bible on my, this is not an iPad, but a tablet. And maybe you have it on a phone, a regular Bible, whatever you want to use. But today we are talking about communion and kind of what the point is behind that. So maybe if you're familiar with communion, a lot of churches, you can take communion whereas you have a little maybe juice cup, wine or something, cracker or bread. And we're going to talk about why do we take communion and what's the importance of it. So we're going to get to our passage here. But a few things about communion. I want you to know that you can take communion at church, and some churches you can take it, like at our church, we do it like twice a month. Some churches do it once a month, or some once a week. And there's some churches where you can just walk in there at any time and take communion. But I want you also to know that you don't have to do this just in a church setting. You can also take communion at home, and you can do it when you're alone or in a group with other people. There's lots of freedom in this. So we're trying to look at this as this is not something like that's super formal and we have to follow some ritual or do it exactly in a certain way, but we're going to discuss why it's important that we take communion. So let me find our passage for us. And Lynn said she needs prayers for her son-in-law. Yes, a bone marrow transplant. Yeah, we will definitely pray for that, Lynn. I will write that down when we finish up here, okay? So if you are in the New Testament, there is a chapter. So if you see Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, you just go a couple more chapters over, a couple more books over, you would come to 1 Corinthians, and that's where we are. We are in chapter 11 of 1 Corinthians, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up our passage. Hopefully this is, you're able to read it. The print is a little bit smaller because there's a lot of words here today, so this might not work, but I'm going to read it to you as well. Okay, I will read it to you as well, so you at least know what was said. And you can look it up again yourself. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, and we are starting at verse 23. So this is, again, Paul, who wrote a lot of the New Testament. He's writing, and they're talking about the Lord's Supper, communion. For I received from the Lord, that's Jesus, that which I also delivered to you, that the Lord Jesus, on the same night in which he was betrayed, he took the bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it. And he said, take and eat, and this is my body, which is broken for you. Do this in remembrance of me. In the same manner, he also took the cup after supper, saying, this cup in the new covenant is my blood. This do as often as you drink it in remembrance of me. So we talked about we have the freedom to take communion, but communion is one of those things that Jesus instructed us to do it. And then if you look in the book of Acts, you see the early church also practicing in it. And then here in one of the letters to the churches, they're talking about communion. Now, so communion, again, we're talking about, we have a lot of freedom, but what is the key part that we keep reading about here? So we are remembering what Jesus has done for us, and we are honoring Jesus for what he has done for us. And so what is represented here? We have the bread representing his body. Let me switch over to me real quick. So hit the bread. When we take that, we're remembering his body. It was broken for us. We'll talk about that in just a second here. And then we're remembering the juice represents his blood that was spilled for us. And so we would take the drink. It could be wine. It could be grape juice. It can be anything. Whatever you use, bread, cracker, some type of juice. The point being is we are remembering what Jesus has done for us. Now, when we celebrate communion, we're celebrating against something that has happened in the past, but that we are connected to today. So we're remembering that the Lord paid for our sins. Now, there is a cost associated with sin, and we can never pay the cost for ourselves. We can never be good enough to satisfy that payment that was required for our sin. So Jesus, when you think of the cross and why did he go to the cross? His body is being broken, his blood is being shed, all this for our sins. So something you want to think about, well, we can take it at a church setting or home, or we have lots of freedom in this. We can do it with others or alone, but a sense of we don't want it to become, again, like a ritual or just some routine that we're doing. I'm afraid some of the time that's what happens. But when we take communion, we are to be thinking somewhat of like a serious level. We're not really supposed to be solemn, This is in the past. So this is what Jesus has already done for us. So while we're giving us serious thought and that we're connecting with God, we are thanking him. We're thanking Jesus for what he has done for us. He has paid for our sin. So what? So we can be free, and that we can have a connection now with God. See, our sin before would separate us from having a relationship with God. But when Jesus died on the cross, he paid the price for my sin and for your sin and the sin for all of the world, that whoever would believe in him can now have a relationship with God. So we appreciate that, and we're grateful for that. And so that's why we want to take it serious. We don't want to be flippant about it. But then also at the same time, while we're having this seriousness and we're going, wow, look what God did for me, because Jesus loves me. He was willing to make this sacrifice for me. That is like amazing and wonderful, and just, wow, kind of blows my mind that God would love me that much. But then there should also be a side of taking communion where we're joyful. It is something to be excited about, that the Lord loves me. I can be happy about this, and I can rejoice in this. And that one day I'm going to be with him because of what he has done for me. And that is something to be excited about. So when you think about communion, we kind of have the traditional side of it, but I also want you to know it's more than that. It's more than that. It is really connecting with the Lord. And what did he say here twice? He said, do this in remembrance of me. So when you're taking that bread or you're taking that little cup of juice and you're celebrating communion, take the time to think of Jesus, what he has done for me, what he has done for you, for every single person. Take the time to remember him. And in doing that, we want to honor him and reverence him and give him thanks. A great time to be giving thanks. Now, a little bit later in the chapter, it's the next verse just after this, it says, for as often as you eat this and drink this cup, you proclaim the Lord's death till he comes. So again, that part I was telling you about, while we remember what Jesus has done in the past, we're also taking communion and reminding us each and every day what he's done for us. And then we, in the future, we're proclaiming he's coming back. He's coming for us. That, again, that exciting, joyful part, that is something we need to celebrate. And one day we're going to be with Jesus, and we're going to be in his kingdom for all of eternity. Now, I said all that. That's all good stuff. We're remembering him. We're honoring him. We're giving him reverence when we take communion. Again, by ourselves, with others, a church setting, a home setting can be. See that you got to remember the early church was in a home. They didn't have big buildings like we have nowadays, so definitely you can do it at home. And then I was also thinking a little bit later in the chapter, it warns that some of the people who were taking communion were not taking it right. And it was kind of weird in this church in Corinth. They were getting together to celebrate, and weirdly enough, some of them were drinking too much. And they would take communion, and they were kind of taking communion with not the right attitude. Kind of being drunk and being out of control. That's not the way you want to take communion. And then it also says that some of them were just kind of taking it in an unworthy manner. And I was wondering, what does that kind of mean? And I think, when we go to the Lord and we want to take communion, we want to be right with him. But are we going to be perfect? No. But I think maybe as we're holding the bread and we're holding the cup, maybe we want to just take a little time and reflect on our own lives. Am I where I want to be in relationship with God at that time? Probably not perfect, but I think that's a good time for us. We could confess to God, hey, Lord, I really want to be open for you to work in my life, because I'm here to remember you and honor you. And I want to live a life that honors you, not just while I'm taking these elements, this bread and this juice, but each and every day I want to honor you with how I live. So I think when we come to communion, maybe we want to just take a moment to reflect on what Jesus has done with us, for us, how our relationship is with God, what areas we need help with. We can pray about it even as we're taking communion. Lord, change me, fix me. I know what you have done for me, and I just want to be able to serve you faithfully. Maybe there's some changes I need to make in my life. I can't do it myself. I need your help, Lord. We talk about this. The Lord wants to help us. He wants to bless us. He wants to do good things for you and for me. I always want you guys to remember that. The Lord is for you, and he loves you, and he wants good things in your life. Am I going to fail? Yes, I'm going to fail and come up short sometimes. Are you going to make some mistakes? Yeah, it's going to happen. But God always welcomes us back, because whatever mistakes, whatever failures we make or fall into or choose to do willfully, the Lord paid for all of those things when he gave his life for us. So be mindful of that. Nothing can separate you from God's love, no matter what I've done or you've done. God always welcomes us back. He's always looking to restore that relationship. And I think communion is a great way to do that. So if you didn't know a whole lot about communion or what it really means, I hope that helped you out a little bit today. It was really speaking to my heart about remembering the Lord and having that attitude of, I'm serious about this. I want to be connected with God, and yet also having that attitude is I'm going to be joyful and thankful and grateful for these things as well. All right, that is going to wrap it up for today. I will go through the chat. If there's any prayer requests in there, if any of you need a prayer request, add it into the chat. Before I close out, I will go through and look for any comments to make sure that I don't miss any of those things. It's real important that we all pray for each other and help each other and encourage each other. It's really, really important to do. So thank you again for joining me for Take Two Tuesday. What are we, March the 10th? We are moving along. Hope you had a fun time. Again, like buttons, subscribe if you want to come back again next week. Hopefully we'll have a better looking edition next week, but I enjoyed being with you, and that is it. I'm going to sign off. I'll see you maybe Thursday on Crafting Corner. I'll be there, maybe behind the scenes, but if not, I'll be back here next Tuesday for Take Two Tuesday again. All right. God bless you all. Have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.